So here's a quick overview of how to get set up with split screen. Sometimes it's easier actually to show this as a live video rather than a screen record of my screen, because you can see the things that need to happen off the screen in order to make it happen. So I'll start with just opening a website. So I'm already in screen record, 1 second. So here's the website that I want to look at. And what I want to do here is make some notes, okay? So I slowly scroll up from the bottom of the screen and release so that you can see my doc. I'm then going to tap and hold on notes, and I'm going to drag that away from the dock. You can see that I've got control of that app now, and drop it to the side and let go. And that now gives me this split screen approach. So I can make notes here, and I can also obviously read what I need to read over here. So it gives me that kind of productivity tool. Now, what's also really useful here, let's imagine as teachers, I want to use some of the information from this website, but create my presentation. If I drag it from the top, tap and hold Keynote, where I'm going to make my presentation, drop that over here. If I go back and let's say I'm going to start a new presentation, here's my presentation in here. I'm just going to find a page where I can add some text. Let's now say that I want to use some of this text as a quote. Again, I can tap and hold. You see I get control of that text, drag it over here, drop, I then have that text over here. Now, it doesn't look great at this point, but you can obviously change around with the editing. So I can make that, bigger so that it's easier to be seen. I can change the style. I'll do a whole session on how to use Keynote later, but you get the idea. Now, the same works with lots of other things. If I just type in, I'm just going to type in a car and do a search. And let's say that I want an image of a car. I can tap, drag, drop, and you see that I've got that picture of that car over on my page as well. So productivity wise, really, really quick way of being able to work in split screen. Now this works with lots of apps. So if I go and open the bottom of my screen again now, I could have, numbers alongside, numbers alongside Keynote as well. Let me just drag that off. Oops. Try with a different app for a second. There we go. So I can have pages open alongside all sorts of different things that you can do. Not all apps work with it. Some of them need the full screen size, but that's how you would easily be able to do that. And then it's a simple case of drag and drop to copy things from one side of your screen to the other. So hopefully that's a little bit more of an overview of how to get going with split screen. When you're done with split screen, here in the middle, you have a little bar. One thing you can do with that is you can turn it into a 3/4 split. Or if you're done with using one side, you can swipe it all the way across and just go back to using just the one app again. There we go, nice and simple, and I hope to see people in later webinars, and I promise I will extend the time that I am actually in the one webinar.